I have plenty of friends, educated people like us, and then there is this dragging that is the norm in social media now. Whenever something's not going right, they drag you. So most of my friends, engineers, doctors, architects, or whatever, etc., etc., whenever they are watching a movie and they see something that is like an anomaly, they screen grab and send to me, see your people. ATB, now you do this one. All those kind of jokes so we throw it back and forth. So my counter attack is usually, guy, you are screen grabbing African Magic or some other platform to raise this point. How many times have you gone to a cinema and then you screen grab something from the cinema?
That is good.
No, that is bad. You are bringing out a flaw now from a particular terrestrial station or any of these, let me use the word, the lower cadre. How many times have you been to the cinema and then you see all those kind of similar errors there? So I tell them, if you want to judge Nollywood, judge holistically. Don't be a fan of a particular Nollywood YouTube page and then you are using their movies to judge what goes on in Dani TV, or you are using that quality to judge what goes on Ebony Life or Rock TV or all these other stations, because
the standards are a bit higher.
Yeah, the standards are a bit higher. You pick on one and then you begin to hammer on that nail once you see something wrong. There's one particular joke that I have blocked a couple of people about it. They will crack a joke that it's only in Nollywood that you will see a ghost crossing the road and is afraid of vehicles. And I tell them, shut up. Shut up. Have you people watched Ghost Daddy? It's an old film, Bill Cosby. Bros, if you have not, go and watch it again. Then you will see a ghost who is afraid. You will see a ghost who was picking cup. It is how we interpret that matters. But trust me, there is one old Yoruba song that the man actually said, I'll just paraphrase in English, that if a white man, they cook rice, and his canteen is here, and it's very expensive, and then a black man is cooking his own rice beside, it's cheaper, and the quality is higher than that of the white man, our people will patronize the white man. Our slave mentality is still there. Our slave mentality is still there. Yes, exactly, imported. Thank you very much. So that mentality is also there. We don't really see mistakes in what Oyinbos do. Well, because me, I'm a lecturer and that's what I do. I can give you a list of some jobs that go and pause at so minutes, so seconds, you go see what's in there.
Let's go there.
So, but we don't see all these things when it's coming from a foreign project, whereas it is there too. So now, back to the issue that, is it that the audience don't need it? Which audience is our target? Are you planning to take a movie to Netflix? Or you are planning to take a movie to the cinema, and then you are going to employ the same kind of people that will give you the same services for a YouTube project? Because in all fairness, some of those channels, they have their own market that are dying over those content that you and I will criticize. One day, when I was in Ikorodu, when I was still living in Ikorodu, I was coming back from work one day, so I just said, okay, let me grab a bite here before going home. So I entered the canteen, and then I could see a couple of guys, maybe like 5 or 6 or thereabout. They were busy watching something that I wasn't even interested in. I just bought my food. It was alarm, they blew me that day, seriously. I was very hungry. So I just bought my food and I was sitting down. After a while, all the hoo-ha, the excitement, and I said, let me even look at what these people are watching. And I turned, and it's one of those our stations, and I was like, oh, these people again. My body was cringing as I was seeing these scenes. You know all those scenes, epic kind of setting where the whole movie will happen exterior. Yeah. So in fact, the scene that I remember watching that day, the camera was very close to the door. Somebody who was coming became like a close-up. So we see the pullback. They became 2 people, 2 shots, and the camera was one straight shot. They were moving from one person's face, zoom in, pull back again, go to this one. Somebody was dropping buckets. They tilted down to show the cutaway, came back again. As in one shot, and the scene was now unnecessarily long, like 10 minutes or thereabout. It's not like all those creative moves where you see a director deliberately say, I want to shoot a film with only one shot, and you'll be seeing it. We have some examples like that internationally. Have you seen Birdman? So it's not that kind of setup that you know that it's a deliberate artistic display.
Then you go
No.
for another scene and you see something else that is
So,
jarring.
as in, but you need to see the way these 5 or 6 guys were excited over this. I had to pause my food and I was like, okay, no wonder. So now we will be yabbing these producers. Whereas if you talk back about that film, those guys they might beat you up. They were so loving the story. They were so loving the story. So that's why I always tell people that what audience are you targeting? If a producer contracts me for a job now, Baba, I see this script to me, we should. My first question is, where are we going to? Where we are going to will determine the kind of cameras I will tell you I want to use. The kind of cameras will determine the kind of lighting I will call for. The way I will light for a red is not the same way I will light for a Black Magic or Sony Ultra, whatever. So, where are we going? What's our target audience? Is it Netflix that we are going to that we will not know that we need this kind of special things to be done? So, to buttress the answer that you gave, I would say yes and no, because some of these projects, we want to kill ourselves getting it right. The target audience, they don't even know that thing you are trying to fine tune or correct is there. They don't even know. The normal people in those days of DVD, I don't know, maybe they still do DVD.
They still do DVD, funny enough. They sell
Because,
up when they
exactly. Do you want to tell me that the kind of my neighbors in Abeokuta then, that you see one person, because then I had a business, along that side that business thing, I had a video rental too. That's why I said my income was in multiple streams then. So exactly now. So you see somebody, I know their house, and you see one whatever come to look at the faces. I like this one, I like this one. Collect like 4 films, take to that compound, and in that compound you now discover that maybe it's one bros that is coming after work that will buy fuel. The whole 8 or 9 rooms will gather and watch the film. And you are now trying to fine-tune makeup for those people, or you are saying continuity error. Do they even know what continuity is?
do they really care? They just want to see the story
So-
laugh and the comments.
So now, the target audience determines a lot.